Shalom and welcome to Pesach Torah. This year is entitled, we have the special day today, Tu B'Av. The Gemara says it has the status, Kedusha of Yom Kippur in many ways. What is it all about? Gemara at the end of Tanis, 6 reasons are brought down. What's so special about Tu B'Av? Let's go in chronological order. Number 1, in the Midbar, we were dying out over a 40-year period because of the sin of the spies. Finally, it stopped on Tu B'Av. We come into Eretz Yisrael. What was the special point in Yoshua? That there was a prohibition in Sefer Bamidbar. Benot Tzlaf had inherited the land, and they were told only marry men from in that shevet, so you don't move the land to another shevet, which is very nice to keep the land in that tribe. On the other hand, they were limited who they could marry. That was only that generation. When they came to Eretz Yisrael already, later on, the next generation, they were allowed to marry from other Shvatim. Moving on to the book of Shoftim, where Pelegish Begava, horrible civil war in Binyamin, and at one point they said, we cannot marry anyone from Binyamin, catastrophic what they did, we're not going to marry them. And then they're all going to die out, there was going to be no marriage. They eventually decided, that generation, no, the next generation can marry Shevet Binyamin, and that was a little bit of peace in Klal Yisrael. In the book of Shmuel, David's ready to build the Beit HaMikdash and prepare the plans and everything. And what do we have there in the Mikdash? The special trees had to be cut down, and they couldn't have any worms in them. And based on the season, when it was cut down and when the sun would warm it up and get rid of the worms, the final day for cutting the trees was Tu B'Av. So it was a special day to be involved in preparation of the Korbanot for the Mikdash. The book of Malachim, tragically, was another civil war. Shlomo's Yevaram was his son, and there was a big, Rechavam was his son, and Yevaram rebelled. The Jews were split into two. And at such a time when the Jews split into two, that's it. The northern tribe, they didn't let them go down to the Yerushalayim, to the Mikdash. What a disaster. And finally, on Tu B'Av, they said, you could go in. And the next event, what do we have? What's the next event that we have? The next event is in Beitar. In Beitar, we have that after the Chorban HaMikdash, it was a horrible destruction to Klal Yisrael, and there was thousands and thousands of bodies laid out, and finally, they were able to be buried. And what day? On Tu B'Av. So historically, there's a lot of special divine providence on this day, and that's what we remember during this special day. Shalom.